Room 21 Rockstar families, and welcome to our weekly VODCAST. I hope that you are having a wonderful first weekend of fall. I know the weather is absolutely incredible. I hope that you've been able to enjoy that, and I hope that the Rockstars are ready for another incredible week in Room 21. Rockstar families, have I told you recently how incredible your scholars are? Because if I haven't, now is the time when I'm telling you they are an incredible bunch of 27 hardworking rock stars, and it is such an honor to be with them each and every day. I am so proud of them, and the last 14 days have been absolutely incredible. I can't wait to see what the future brings. So a couple of quick announcements, guys, and then I'll send you off to the strategy session for the week. First of all, I wanted to congratulate this week's Rockstar of the Week, Serenity. Serenity has been all in all week. Mrs. Sutton and I have been working with the scholars on being what we call all in. That means when we start a chant, we're all in. Whenever we're helping somebody else, we're all in. When we're on a team, we're all in. Serenity has been that person. I have not had to remind her at all this week, and she's just been a model rock star. So congratulations, Serenity, on being this week's Rockstar of the Week. A couple of other quick announcements, guys. This week we have the Scholastic Book Fair here at school in the library. We will go as a class tomorrow afternoon, Monday afternoon, to browse, and then your scholar can bring in money all throughout the week and go down and purchase anything if they would like to. In addition, this week's Friday folder included the very first graded work. Now, the next one coming up, next Friday here, is going to have a lot more, especially in terms of assessments, because we have some of our first assessments this week in class. We have math coming up on Tuesday and social studies coming up on Friday. But with that being said, guys, this sheet also came home, and these are just grade abbreviations, because we grade based on standards and not on a percentage scale. We grade a lot of different things. So in math, these are all of the different strands that we have that your scholar will receive grades in throughout the year. You may see these abbreviations on the top of a paper, and I may put 4, 3, 2, or 1. And what that means is that's your scholar's score for that assessment or that piece of work in that category. And I have all of the different content areas here. So make sure you hold on to this. Now, if you're new to the standards-based grading, a 4 essentially means that your scholar has exceeded the 5th grade standard. And I give tons of opportunities for your scholars to do that in class and on assessments. A 3 means that they have met the 5th grade standard. And that's really our goal by the end of the year, for your scholar to be earning 3s. That's the goal. Obviously, I want them to also earn 4s, but the state's goal is for them to earn a 3. A 2 means they're working toward it. We still have to iron some things out because they do not yet have the standard mastered. And a 1 means they have not shown an effective knowledge base or work with the standard at all, and that would definitely mean that I'm working with that scholar pretty closely to make sure they can get the standard down. So graded work will only ever come home in the Friday folder. I do that because I know that a lot of work ends up in the bottom of backpacks and things, so you guys can trust every Friday you will see graded work in the Friday folder. It's not going to come home on a Monday or a Tuesday. I'll just hold it all until Friday so that you can see it all at once and then just sign the Friday folder. You guys have been awesome about getting those back anyway. And one final announcement, guys, I don't want to forget. We have an early out day on Wednesday at 1:10 p.m. And what that essentially means is we dismiss early at 1:10 p.m. So don't forget that. Coming up on Wednesday, we have an early out day. I do believe those are all the announcements that I have for this week, guys. It's going to be an incredibly exciting week. At this time, I want to send you guys off to the strategy session, and I'll see you on the other end. Hey, Room 21 Rockstars, welcome to the home of our class, sites.google.com/staffordschools.net/room21rockstars. And if you can't get that down just exactly as it is, you guys can visit our classroom page. Go to the About tab, and then you'll find a link to our class website that will take you right where we were. And I know you all know how to get in the classroom now, so that will work just as well. So here is our homepage. I want to take you to a couple of areas this week, guys, that I find very important. I think will be very helpful for you as you are cementing down the skills that we're learning in class. So first of all, if you guys remember, go just click on VODCAST only. You're going to be taken to our VODCAST, which will appear in a bit, and then our past VODCAST. So you'll have last week's and the week before. And then if you go to the weekly strategy session, this is the area that is updated weekly, where you can earn a ton of house points. And scholars, I have an incredible announcement. Because we had an awesome week last week, I am going to provide you guys with a double house point week. What that means is everything that you do this week on Classroom, you can multiply that by 2. So if you earn 2 points for a question, multiply it by 2, double it, you get 4 points. If you earn 10 points for a question, multiply it by 2, double it, you get 20 points, okay? So I have a couple of different things where you guys can sharpen up those skills. We're kind of in the middle of 2 units right now. We're going to have a math test on rounding and problem solving on Tuesday, and then we're going to begin prime and composite numbers on Wednesday. So with that being said, guys, these 2 sites are the same sites that have been up, but still, the problems are worth 2 house points apiece. As long as you show all of your work, bring it in, and then that's doubled this week, so you can actually end up getting 4. Now, the prime and composite materials, and even and odd, I would wait until Wednesday to do these. Each of these problems is once again going to be worth 2 house points as long as you write down your work, bring it in. And then that's doubled this week, so that's actually 4 house points. But like I said, we're going to begin prime composite on Wednesday. Now, if you feel good about prime composite, you learned it somewhere else, then you can go ahead and give that a try. But otherwise, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then wait until Wednesday, guys. I did put down 3 problems here, and each of these is going to be worth 5 house points. And because it's a double house point week, those are now worth 10 house points. And these are great review for our assessment coming up on Tuesday. The first problem just happens to be a word problem. In order to get those 5 house points, but 10 because it's a double week, you need to make sure that I see your notice and wondering, all of your work, and that your answers are labeled with the appropriate units. Okay. And then we have a rounding question for problem number 2. Once again, show all of your work. You'll get 5 house points, but because it's a double week, that will be 10. And then problem number 3 is another word problem. Once again, just show me your notice and wondering by making that classic T-chart. And you guys can simply write N and W if you'd like to for your notice and wondering there as well. So that's a great review. Now, I did keep up the sheet from the week before if you guys want to check that out as well. And those are just, each of those are worth 2 because that has been up for a few weeks now. But this sheet that I just put up is brand new and very relevant to what we're learning in class right now and good studying for our test coming up on Tuesday. Our math no guessing riddle of the week, 5 house points, but because it's a double week, it is worth 10. And I kept up this same puzzle this week, guys, because we've been working on showing our solutions in multiple ways in class. So which number doesn't belong? Now I want you to find as many ways as you can. So if you say the number 17 doesn't belong, you need to tell me why in words and pictures. Okay? And for each reason, with justification, with reasoning, with words or pictures as to why it does not belong, you'll get 2 house points. But because it's a double house point week, you'll actually get 4. So man, there are a lot of house points on the line, and our house point race is quite close. So this is an opportunity for you guys to really put your house ahead. Our reading and writing section for the week, tell this story, bring your story into class for 5 house points. But because it's a double week, it's 10. You get a set of minions for a week. What would you do with them? And remember, guys, you can write that in narrative form, you know, just like writing out a paragraph. You can write that in kind of like a reader's theater, kind of like See You in the Cosmos is at some points. You could write that as a poem in the form of a song, whatever you'd like to do. That's an opportunity for you there as well. And then, as always, we have our other awesome resources at the bottom. The other thing that I wanted to point you guys out to, and let me go back over to Classroom really quickly. In Classroom, if you go to your Clever account, let me just take you there, and obviously you're going to see the teacher version of it, but it's very similar. You get to Clever by going to the About tab of Google Classroom. And if you click log into Clever, if you're already logged into Google, scholars, you'll just get right in. Just click log in with Google. There are a couple of cool things that you guys can visit here that I really enjoy as well. First of all, code.org is epically awesome. You can check that out. You just have to agree to it the first time that you get on. Now, this is my dashboard, so it looks way different than yours, but you guys can actually code, practice coding with that site. In addition, First in Math is up and running and ready to go. And many many of you, like I said last week, have already been on. All that you have to do is click First in Math and you're logged in. Right now it looks like the player of the day is Laurel and Joseph is close behind. Our class has earned 7,947 stickers and the school has earned 20,000. So we about have half of those scholars. That's pretty awesome. And then EduTyping is also available here. I'll show you guys our online textbooks later this week. But Clever is so cool because you don't have to remember any of your passwords as long as you know Google. So if you all know how to log into your Google account now. So with that being said, that's all there. Something else that I put up here that I think that you guys may like would be some things about social studies and about Salva with A Long Walk to Water. These are both really great sites as well if you want to visit them. Now, the secret hashtag of the week is double this week because it is a double house point week. And the secret hashtag for the week is Can You Break Out? Hashtag Can You Break Out? You need to say that with incredible passion and you'll earn your 5 house points. But because it's a double week, you will get double. And scholars, don't forget, anything that you complete on our newsletter is also worth double house points this week. Our newsletter is available in your Friday folder on that bright green paper, but if you forgot it at school or you can't find it, it is also available by clicking the newsletter tab of our website, checking it out, and we have a bunch of different questions on the back as well and things that you can complete to bring in for house points. So with that being said, scholars, I'm going to send you back over to Mr. Reichard in person. Rockstar families, I hope that those strategies were successful. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me. You guys are absolutely the best families in Stafford County, and I can't wait to see you right here next week, same time, on the weekly VODCAST. I'll see you guys.